everyone, it's Karen the Lake Stamper here in Grand Blanc. Oh, it's getting warmer. Woo! It's a sunny day today, so I'll leave it at that, but lots of snow. If you're new to my channel, hit the subscribe button. If you like what you see, hit it twice. You'll get notifications all the time. So this is the last week of celebration. You know what that means. Free items, okay? So if you haven't purchased anything and are thinking it or on the fence or something like that, I'll have some links listed below so you can check it out and see if you would like to purchase anything from me if you don't have a demonstrator. And there's some great items, and the free items are wonderful with every $60 purchase, so don't forget. Also, this is the last week. If you want to sign up and be with a great team, come join my team. I'd love to have you. So next month is my stamp camp for Floral Delight. And it's gotten rave reviews. I've got a lot of people already signed up for it. And I wanted to show you guys how to do the folder. We're gonna get a folder in this, all the cards that go with this. I think they are so pretty, aren't they? Look at that, so pretty. So pretty. There are 5 cards, and I am loving all of them. And I can't believe how pretty they came out. They're just so pretty. So I hope you get a chance to go on my website and check it out and see if you want to purchase the kit. Otherwise, if you've got this and you want to do it yourself, you can absolutely purchase my bundle PDF. It'll have this included, all of these included. These are darling. It'll have these cute little guys as well. I love these. They're so cute. Great for craft fairs, don't you think? Or Easter. So, first things first. And also, you ladies, you're going to get the Floral Delight. You're going to get this beautiful Floral Delight sampler with all of these beautiful cards and folder. So, you know, be on the lookout because there's some pretty stuff coming your way if you've already signed up. But first things first, let's get some paper. I'm going to show you how to make this lovely item here. You can make this for gifts for Easter. You can make it for yourself just to keep. I've done that. Delightful Wishes, we're going to be using that. Okay, so if you don't have that, that's what you need. For the cards, you're going to need the bundle. So all these cute little die cuts. So I'm going to move the cards so I don't get them all dirty because they're so pretty. We're going to make this right now. We're going to move this beautiful sampler. First things first, let's get a 12 by 9. I'm using Pool Party, but there is Daffodil Delight, Lemon Love. There's all kinds of pretty colors that we have that are 12 by 12. You could also use the two-tone. If you have two-tone cardstock, try that out. See if you like the fit of that. This is two-tone right here, so I thought I'd give it a shot. 12 by 9, and we're going to score just twice, okay? And it's so simple. It's so, really. You're going to score, we're going to score long way, 6 by 6. Yeah, the long way, 6 by 6. This is the 12-inch side. We're gonna score at 6 by 6. Okay. Then on the short side, which is this little guy, which is the 9-inch side, we're gonna score at 6 as well. Wasn't that easy? So 2 ways. We scored this way, and we scored down here for the flaps, okay? 2 ways, so simple. I'm going to score and fold now. So I want this is a two-tone. I want this in the inside. And I'm just going to give it a nice little burnish. And then we're going to fold this 6-inch side as well. Look at that. We're almost done. Now, you'll see that there is this one area right here, and we want to cut that, okay, because it's going to be hard to fold, etc. And that's where I did a little bit of a wedge, okay? See the wedge right here? So when we do that, it just gives it a little bit more room to breathe, so to speak, okay? I've scored this, all right, and folded it. I'm going to take my trimmer and I'm just going to cut. It just makes it nice and even, right up to the score line. Okay, you don't have to go all the way. I left a little bit, maybe an eighth. I'm just going to move that. We're still going to do a wedge, but it just is a little bit more straight. Now I know exactly where to do my wedge, okay? I don't like it all crooked and junky looking, so I'm just going to go on an angle right like that, and I'm just going to go on an angle here. And that's it, okay? Look how nice. It should make a nice little V for you, okay? Now, get your tear tape. Let's see here. Now, if you want to, you can staple here and here and here and here, okay? Two staples, because we're going to cover this, and you can also cover the back, but definitely the front is more of a mindset. If you want to staple, okay? It's up to you. I'm going to use tear tape. We're not going to tape this area, okay? That will give the card area just a little bit of leeway. And so we're just going to tear tape this area here. Okay, I don't need this left over. And we're going to tear tape this area here. It's really a cute, it really is such a cute little item to add cards in. Even the 3x4 cards, you could add just some really pretty stuff you can add in here. Okay, sometimes I like to just make sure these are really burnished. They come off easier too, right? So I'm just going to flip this up, and let's get this one. Look at that. All right. Now we're just going to take a few minutes. Oh, that looks great. Now, when I have this, you don't have to decorate inside at all, okay? You don't have to even worry about that. I'm going to show you how to decorate that, but the most important thing is this V shape, just to give it a little bit more room to breathe for your cards. Okay, and I'll show you that as we start getting more involved in this. Okay, now take your, you really want to burnish this and get this nice and crisp, okay? Same down here. The more you do this, the more flatter it will stay. Okay, now let's do the front. I'm loving the pool party with this beautiful paper, this Floral Delight paper. It's just so pretty. It's got this wonderful colors in it, and I'm really loving this colors. And so this is the one we're going to use. But before we use that, let's use some Daffodil Delight at 5 3/4, 5 3/4. And you'll notice, you know, I'm just doing a 1/4 inch, just to take away a 1/4 inch of every side. And then this little guy here. Now, before I do it, I don't usually put it on there first. I usually play around with this first. Do I like that? Yes. I love it. You don't, now on this one here, I did it flat just because we're going to be opening and closing this, but I popped this little guy up. So I'm going to just do this flat, just like I did. And you can do tear tape, you can do glue, whatever you want to do, all right, or whatever you like using as far as glue. And we're just going to take a few seconds here so I can get it right on the money. Perfect, huh? Look how pretty that is. That is so pretty. And then see, look at it. It makes two mats almost, because you've got your pool party mat, which is your folder, and then you've got your daffodil. I mean, I'm loving that. That's so pretty. Oh my gosh, that's pretty. So what you can also do now, you don't have to do anything. You can be done. Just die cut some flowers if you wanted to and stick those on there. That would be lovely too. You could do a couple of watercolors, or any of the stuff that I've been doing. You could do something where it's like two of these, like that, with some mats behind it. That looks pretty. Or if you don't want to do any stamping, you could do all these die cuts, and you could put all of these on here. Maybe put in a mat behind it. I'm just trying to give you different ideas. You don't have to do what I do. Just maybe, do something you want to do. Or you could use this mat idea that I have, and then you could put something on here, like just a note, or something like that. And you could have all of these on here. Gosh, that's pretty. What a pretty idea. But I love this idea too. I mean, it's kind of like, oh, that's cute. And then maybe something behind it like this. But, trimmed up, of course. So those are great ideas. I mean, because I thought of them. Oh, okay, I kill me. All right, so anyway, you always want to decorate. You don't have to, but I mean, there's some beautiful stuff that this die cut has, as well as the stamping. So first things first, get your delightful wishes out. You'll notice that there's all these fun different kinds of stamps to play with. First I want to just show you what I do first, okay? You'll notice I did a little dauber on here, and I did that in Old Olive. You don't have to do that. Maybe I won't do that today, but today I'm going to use this little stamp here. I want to use the leaves, okay? And then I'm going to use this group. This group, I'm going to show you how to use this so it works, because it was frustrating in the beginning, all right? This really works great, these two together, but I'm going to show you these guys, all right? So I'm going to get a couple of these out, and they look really funky, right? So I'm using these two right here, okay? These two right here, but we're going to do this one first after we do the branch, all right? So I'm just going to get these on my block so they're ready to go. And this little guy, I think I can fit this one on here. This is my leaves, and oh, I have to remember how to do that one. Okay, I'm gonna put that one on here so it's ready to go. And also I am going to get my branches. So the branch is just one small little branch. It's nothing big. And I'm going to tell you, if you mess up, turn the paper, okay? Or get another piece. It's not going to be the end of the world. Now, just to show you the difference, all right? This is using, let me show you. This little guy here is using just that one stamp set, okay? Or the two stamp sets. It's using these two right here, and the branch and the leaves, okay? That makes it a bigger area, and it does fill it up a lot. This area will have a bunch of the flowers, okay? And it does get confusing. It does get, not confusing, but you'll get kind of frustrated if you don't feel like you're doing it right. So it's all about playing with these stamps, because they really do have a story, and they make a nice story once you do it. You just have to play around with it. Remember, it's just paper. So I'm going to use, because it's handy, I'm going to use pecan pie, but you can use early espresso. But this is a good color. really good color for any kind of branch. So I'm just going to, let's see, which way do I want to go? This way. All right, so you'll see that mine is going this way, okay? So just getting it a little bit. Now I like it, I always like an angle. Okay, that's it. That's my angle. Let's see if we can get a little closer so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Okay, so see that? That's my branch. Now I go a different way. I'm going to go this way. Okay, there we go. That's it. That's all you need for that. Close this up. You don't need any more brown. That's for sure. So I'm using pecan pie. I'm going to use old olive. I'm going to use daffodil and peach. Okay. So let me clean this off because I do need it. And okay. All right, now the second one we're going to do is the leaves. All right, so there's a madness to this. Okay, so I always have to go back to sometimes my original to see which way I did this, right? And I noticed this is another way to cheat sheet. You see where this leaf is here? That is the bottom. This one's the bottom. This one's the bottom. So take your little stamp. Okay, and line it up. We have this all lined up exactly how it's lined up on here. Okay, very simple. You know exactly that that's the bottom. This is also the bottom of the branch. We're going to line that up, and what you'll see, and you'll notice, this little leaf will go there. That leaf will go there, and the rest of them will go on the other branch, the other top of the branch, okay? So let's see if that works. Okay, line it up. And one more thing, when I line it up, I don't line it on here. I line that bigger leaf with that branch. That way I know for a fact that it's going to come out perfect. See? Perfect. Now, I could have done it a little bit darker, but who cares? You can always do those again. The whole idea is to line it up. So, I'm going to go on this one here, and I'm going to line it up just like I did. Line it up with this little guy with that bigger leaf. Okay? The rest of it will fall into place, so don't worry about the rest of it. And it falls right into place. Oh, perfect. We have another leaf we can add more leaves to. This is just that one leaf that goes with this branch, all right? So once you've done it twice, that's all you need to do. Don't get crazy and start doing more. That's all you need to do, okay? So we're done with this one. Yay. We're going to use another leaf in just a second, and we're going to use that leaf, all right? So put that other one away so you don't use it again. Because I don't want you to use it. And let me get this one ready for us, okay? You can tell I've been using this. And I'm just going to have this on here, ready to go. All right, now here comes the fun part. First things first, you're going to do this color. You're going to do this color. You're going to do this stamp set first. This is the one that will have the color in it, okay? Usually the lighter color. And this will be the outline of the flower, and this is usually the darker color, okay? You can do either or, but that's the way I do it, all right? Now remember, we're starting this. This is the bottom. This is the bottom. So once you know that that's the bottom, you can even place this like this, right? With the stamps the correct way down. And then I'm just going to, and I know that that is the bottom. Super duper. And usually before I do anything, I just kind of like to place it just to see where it's going to land. Really doesn't matter too much because it's a flower, but you got the idea that you probably want a flower here, okay? And I'm usually trying to stamp and get a little bit of a flower on the very bottom, okay? So we're gonna close this for just a second so I don't use it. And I'm going to use Daffodil as my lighter color for this one here. Well, it's a darker color, but it can also be a lighter color. So you could use Lemon Lolly if you'd rather. But if you're using Daffodil, I do second generation, okay? So I'm going to stamp this. And see how dark it is? I'm going to stamp it here. And it's just so dark. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to line it up. This one can be a little bit more free, you know, kind of more freehand. You don't have to get too technical like you did with the leaves. See how pretty that is? Isn't that a better color than that orangey daffodil, which can be too dark? Okay, so just stamp off and then go to your next branch and just kind of feel it. You know, you'll say, oh, this looks like a good area. And if it goes off the paper, that's even better. And look at that. And Forsythias have this beautiful yellow color, right? And right now it looks darling. I love it. Now, we're going to take the next one, okay? The next one is this little guy here. And always put it stamped down. And then you'll notice that this area is the bottom. The reason is you're going to line that up with this guy, and that's going to give you your outline. All right? See that? So I'm going to place this, and then before I do anything, I'm just going to see where I need to place that so it really lines up. If it doesn't and it's not perfect, it's not the end of the world. This one you do not stamp off. This is Peach Pie. I want it to be as dark as possible because I've got the lighter daffodil on there, second generation. This one, I'm not going to do second generation, okay? But I am going to line it up, make sure it's the right way. Okay. Let's see. Line it up with one flower. Don't worry about the rest. They will fall into place. And if they don't, it's not the end of the world, okay? So that looks pretty good. And then we're just going to line this little guy up here and place, okay? Bam. The whole idea is, yes, if it gets on there, it's great. If it doesn't, it's not the end of the world because, you know, it's really, it looks almost like a watercolor. So, you know, it's not the end of the world if it doesn't line up perfectly. Some of the flowers will line up, some of them won't. And it's still beautiful. So get your little baby leaf. Sometimes you can do this to see how dark it's going to be first. And that looks fine. So now I'm just going to take some areas, and I can do second generation with this one as well because it's gonna be kind of like a shadow of a leaf, right? This is how I do one sheet wonders when I just want to do my own designer paper. You're going to do one there, and let's say second generation is a lighter one. Look how pretty that is. And then let's say I want to do a darker one here. And I want to turn this sideways, and inside there, I'm going to put the lighter color. Okay. And then right here, and then second generation right there. Oh, that's pretty. They always come out all different, okay? That's what I like about doing the flowers. They always look beautiful, don't they? Let's do one at the very bottom of the branch. And then let's do second generation this way. You can do it right over that little tiny leaf that we did earlier. I also want to do one that's falling off the page because it just looks like it's continuing, right? It's just going up. and it's going over. That's how I'm looking at it anyway. Okay, I think that's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love it. Okay, now we have done our stamping. Make sure there's nothing on here so it doesn't get off. Okay, now I'm going to use the border. Okay, and I love this. I think it's pretty. I'm going to pop this little guy right up. Okay, and here we are. I keep moving my dimensionals to a place that I'll remember. They're there, Karen. That's where they are. Okay, so just put some dimensionals on this one and then put this on your mat. Okay, and this will look just lovely. I'm loving this already. Okay, now, perfect. Let me see if I like it. Do I like it there? You've got a few seconds before you put it all the way down. If you don't like it, take a few minutes. I always think it's right on the money, and then it's crooked, just at one little area. Okay, looks good. Now, you'll notice I've got some white here. That's great. I can actually add a die cut if I wanted to, and add another piece here and here, and or a saying there. Okay, and that's perfectly fine. If you have the die cuts, use them. You'll see that I use daffodil, and then I use peach pie. That's just my go-to. You could also use lemon lolly and daffodil. Okay, there's all different kinds. I do like the idea of adding some bigger pieces. I could also add that smaller flower, which is this one here. Okay, so I'm going to probably do that. Not at this very moment, but that's what I want to do. I love it. And you could actually put this on this side if you'd rather, or in the middle. Okay, you'll notice that I have mine just a little bit to the left, all right, which is perfectly fine. That's just my aesthetic. That's what I like. I'm going to use a little bit of snail here. And I'm going to pop this right up here. I love it. Now, take your folder and look at that. Look how pretty that looks. Oh my God, I love it. Now I'm going to use some Stampin' Seal just because it's a little bit more, it's strong. The other one's strong too, but this is stronger. So make sure you put it on. Sometimes I do it this way just so I know it's going to be for sure even. And there we go. Because once you put it down, you're done. Okay, so we've done this area. Okay. Now what I want to do is inside. It's 2 3/4 times 5 3/4. You'll see some pool party in this. And the Forsythias are so pretty. And I'll show you what to do on the corner in just a second. But just line that up. It's going to have a nice little border of the pool party that I'm using. And this should be really pretty. Look at that. Nice, 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 nice. Okay. And then this little guy over here. All lined up. It has a nice border. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now, what I usually like to do is just take my scissors, okay, and going from the inside, just follow it, okay? And then this one here, you can do this before you tear tape too. Probably should have done that before I tear tape, but that's not a big deal. And then, I'm going the wrong way. Let's go this way. Perfect. Now it goes, and it goes just really nicely with the wedge that you had that V, okay? So that's inside. That's darling. I love it. And I am going to pop this little guy up because it's darling. I've got it left over from doing all my cards. So let's not waste it. When you have a die cut that you've done and you've put together, use it. You know, you took all that time to die cut the colors and everything. There we go. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, I think I'll put it here. I might even do one more later. It just adds more dimension, don't you think? So then you get your cards out and OMG. Now you could put little 3x4 cards in here and make this a little present for somebody for like Mother's Day or something. But oh, look at this. And then put some envelopes in this as a present. And this would be so pretty for somebody, right? Oh, let's see the blue one here. There we go. Look at that. So pretty. Now, if you want, you can add a ribbon, okay? Now, I do have one that is pool party. This is that crinkled one. Use any kind of ribbon that you have, okay? This is a really pretty ribbon. What I would do if I were you, and if you wanted to use a ribbon, is first off, get it even where you want it, okay? And then tie it. I'm just going to tie it in a knot first, just to show you, okay? I just happen to have this pool party available. So what some of us do is you're going to end up taking this off, right? Because you want to get into your cards, but you don't want to lose the ribbon. So a lot of us will put a little bit of snail here or a little bit of tear tape. And then what happens is your ribbon will never get lost. It'll stay there glued on while this is open. Okay. So it's up to you if you want to put a bow on here. You don't have to. It's, you know, whatever you have left over, you can use some of that pretty white. This is that crinkled pool party. I think it's still online on clearance, if I'm not mistaken. But there we go. I mean, that's so pretty. And see, here's one without the pool party, but I used a double ribbon for this little guy and just put this on here like that. And I heard that the bee trinkets are out of stock. So everyone, we're going to get some rhinestones. Why not? Rhinestones I love. They never go out of style. And I'm just going to add a couple of the rhinestones onto my flowers. And I'm going to use a bigger one on this one. Why not, right? And then one more. Let's do one right here. And that is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you make this. And, you know, check out my site because I'd love for you to purchase some of these goodies that we have here and, you know, get some of the ribbon. And also, if you want the kit for next month, let me know. I'll have the links for you listed below. Anyway, have a great day, all right? Keep on crafting.